Um, Hi everyone. Today is Monday, July 25th, and I'm shooting hopefully very short update on what happened in the past 2 weeks. Last time I shot an introductory video, I weighed at about 255 and change, so I basically said 256 pounds. This morning I weighed myself and it was 251.7. So basically I lost about give or take close to 4 pounds in 2 weeks, which would be a good thing. Except I cheated quite a few times in the past 2 weeks, and I could find a million of excuses. And I'm sure people who struggle with weight loss know what I'm talking about. I mean, I could use. My mom's being gone, and I really miss her a lot. And last week was her 30th day since her passing, and it's a customary Jewish tradition to go and visit your loved one on a 30th day. And I'm sure subconsciously it was stressful, even though I'm taking it surprisingly well. Part of it has to do with my mom taking care of me before she passed, and I promised her that I would celebrate her life rather than mourn her death. And I tried to do it through remembering her laughing and her sense of humor and us having a good time. And God was gracious to me. I mean, I had my mom for all my life until I'm 39, so which is a blessing. A lot of people don't have that chance, and so I'm thankful for that. But I wish she was here, because a part of my soul is gone with her, even though she's still in my heart, and I love her tremendously. And but I have to remember this journey that I'm doing right now, and this weight loss process is in her name. And I know, I understand that I'm doing it for myself. And I absolutely do. I mean, it's time to do it for health reason before I even do it for esoteric reasons or just to look good. I mean, I have to take care of my health first. But my mom motivates me and inspires me every single day. She did when she was alive, and she still does it, when her physical body is not here. But I'm sure her soul is talking to me every single day. Um, so going back to a few times I cheated, it wasn't a good thing. Last Tuesday night we had a social event at my place of work, and we had a pasta night, and I was the one serving it, and we had 12 different kinds of pasta, you name it, from fettuccine alfredo to baked ziti to pasta with vodka sauce. And when I first came to this country about 20 years ago, I worked in an Italian restaurant for 10 years, and I ate so much of Italian food that I thought, for the next 50 years there was enough to go on memories, and I didn't need to eat more pasta. And I love pasta, but being insulin resistant and pre-diabetes, I'm sure you guys know it's not the greatest of choices for weight loss. And I abstain from it because for me it's easy not to touch it. I can stay away from temptation, but once you try a little bit, I mean, it's you basically have to hold me tight, because it's just not a pleasant sight. I mean, like a wise man once said, one is too many and 100 is not enough. So if I eat a small piece of cake or a small dish of pasta, I can't stop at that small plate. I mean, and I don't understand why it's happening. I'm sure a lot of it has to do with biochemistry and how our brains are wired, and subconscious cultural upbringing, and all of that is correct, of course. But I always thought that a human being should be able to control their urges in a more productive way. But when it comes to me, if I open myself up to temptation, it's very hard to stop. And last Tuesday with pasta night was not exception. I mean, I was trying to stay away from it, but everybody just pleaded with me to try a little bit, and the cook. The chef who cooked the pasta said, just try a little bit. I mean, I'm sure you've never had a better pasta. So I finally gave up and I tried a little bit, and the next thing I knew, I was eating all pasta dishes, and I picked out and I gained like 60 pounds in just one night. But instead of feeling guilty and putting myself down and going through emotional roller coaster, I came home and I said, starting next morning, I'm going back to Medifast. And do you think it happened? No, it didn't. But I did go back on Medifast 3 days later. And in the process, I gained 7 pounds. And I was shocked how quickly I gained weight once being out of ketosis. And which makes sense, because if you are in keto adaptation, you burn in fat and protein in my case, because Medifast is not a high fat diet. It's mostly low carb and low calorie and kind of moderate to high protein diet. So basically, I was burning protein for fuel. But since I cheated, I introduced tons of carb in the form of flour, and it's basically not that complicated for a body to process, to digest. And so that carb, attracts a lot of insulin release from pancreas, and once increased insulin gets into blood, it basically stores all this extra flour into glycogen. And since I didn't use all this pasta to run marathon, I basically went to sleep after picking out. I mean, it just went straight to fat cells, and it's a very simple process, and consciously I understand it, but unfortunately subconscious mind is very powerful at times. And I woke up the next morning, I was like, what the hell happened? I mean, where was my brain? I mean, I just couldn't control it. And so, I mean, I learned another valuable lesson that I've learned 1,000 times before. I mean, do not cheat, do not get off diet. I mean, it's, for me, it's not a good way to, there is no way, there is no good way to cheat, because I can cheat a little bit, I can try a piece of this or that and just stop at that. I just realized that I go to extreme, and until I correct this behavior through cognitive behavior modification or in some other ways, I mean, it's just wise for me to stay in a low carb, to stay in Medifast, and that's just that. But the good thing is that I still lost weight, and 3 days past my bad pasta experience, I did go back on Medifast, and I still didn't follow it 100%, but I did follow it like closely, so I would say like 80%. And this past weekend I spent with my family going to Poconos. We have a little place there, and I followed Medifast almost 100%, and I lost a lot of weight. So I guess not only I lost 7 pounds that I gained during the pasta episode, but also lost 3 pounds. So I guess I lost 10 pounds, which is not real weight. I mean, it is real weight, but it's not the fat is basically like water, because when insulin is high, the kidney also retains a lot of water. And I was drinking a lot of water because pasta was salty, so with all this pasta, there was a lot of water introduced, and water got retained, and I gained tons of weight. When I went back on Medifast, 2 days in Poconos in Pennsylvania, I drank a gallon of water, went back to ketosis, and the kidney released all this water, and here I go, basically 251.7 pounds. And today's Monday, July 25th, and hopefully I'll update this video in a week and let you guys know how I'm doing. But so far I'm doing okay. I mean, I lost about 25 pounds. So with all these bad experiences, the bottom line is that I'm still losing, and hopefully I will continue doing so. Thank you for watching, and I'm still not good at shooting this video. I mean, I get paranoid how it comes out, how I look, and my accent, and all these things. But I guess it's a learning process, and maybe I'll get better in the future. Alright, see you next week.